everyone, Inspired Megs here again, and today we are going to be flipping this High Boy waterfall dresser. See the lovely little waterfall edges and everything like that, which a friend, she's really knowledgeable about different things, and she was telling me how in the turn of the century they learned, the manufacturers learned how to bend wood, and of course it is veneer, so it's very thin, but it was the first time, and they are very lightweight, and right now they're not the most popular thing. Like mid-century furniture, mid-century modern furniture is a very popular thing like that, but I've always liked different time eras and all that kind of fun stuff. And this one is a little beat up, as you can see. I mean, we've got some scratches. The fronts are actually pretty good, and I love the pattern around it and everything like that. So my thought is we are going to do a really fun paint to the exterior, save most of what's going on in the drawers, and maybe just polish them up and things like that. There's a few little things that we have to fix in the drawers that are coming out, but mostly it will be just a paint job. But with the dresser handles, we're going to tighten them up, but I was thinking we were going to do a nice metallic and a gold foil and some things I've never tried before. And on top of that, I am also have bought a special something, so stay tuned and when we start painting so we can try this new product that I've heard about and I've seen, so we'll give it a try. And it deals with regular house paint that turns into chalk paint. So anyways, so we get started. So of course the very number one thing that we always do is we are going to clean with our TSP, clean it up real good. And I am actually going to try, I'm going to use liquid sandpaper. Liquid sandpaper. Rather than sanding, maybe I'll do a light sand after I'm done. But I've used it on tile and it has worked, and I'm not sure if I've used it on anything else. So this will be the first wood furniture piece that I'm going to use it on, and let's give it a whirl. So let's get inspired.
got our rest of our drawers that we're prepping with adding some tape to cover up the spots that I don't want paint on, because I love that outside line that goes around the design. And so just going to cover that and get that all cleaned up. And then I will be taking light sand, I believe 200, just to rough up the drawers a little bit, just to make sure that everything will adhere appropriately and everything like that, and just make everything super ready to take the paint, because I'm a painter and I like to paint lots of stuff. Playing with my new gear. Oh yeah, got myself some new goggles. I figured better get some good gear if I'm going to be doing this a lot, which I do already, because you know, your health is worth it. So I got this off of Amazon along with this little breathalyzer. Alright, I feel like I'm going to Star Wars. Anyways, so we're going to be priming, and I've decided to get spray primer. Look at this big guy. Oh my gosh, it's huge. So stain cover, I've decided to paint majority of the piece, like I probably said in my voiceover, all that kind of stuff. But this thing is huge, because I've got projects. Now that the renovation is done for the other house, I got projects at home. So let's get to it, and let's prime this baby up, and then we get to do the really fun stuff. Come on, let's get it. Finally at the point where we get to start to paint. The microphone going. I told you that we're going to try a new product, or I'm going to try a new product. I've seen this on Facebook. I didn't get the Bosch brand because I saw this one on Amazon and thought, well, why not give it a try? And so this one's called Howard's. Let's see if it will focus. Howard's
Chalk-Tique, something like that. But anyways, it's an additive that you add to, let's see, your lots of different types of paint as long as they're water-based. So you put a couple scoops in. It says 2 scoops, that's half a cup, to 1/4 water to a half quart of paint. And so you do your little mixture and it turns it into chalk paint. So I thought, well, we'll try it. I get a lot of paints, like the paint that one of the paints I'm going to be using on this piece is this really pretty rosy color, light rose, and I'm going to do some metallics on it to give it some detail on some of the ribbing. And also, and I got this for like $5. You just go to Lowe's and they have this like oopsies counter or shelf, and things that were mixed wrong or people didn't want to, or it was the wrong sheen or whatever. I think this one's interior eggshell, and so $5. I got this for $5. This was probably like, I think it was like $12 to $14 or something like that. But I thought, why not give it a try? Like, everybody loves chalk paint, mostly. I mean, I like variation. So anyways, let's mix this, see how it turns out. And it says that you didn't need to do all the priming and stuff like that, but since it's a light color, I didn't want any of the tannins to show through. It's always better to be safe than sorry. And so let's give it a whirl. All right. Like, I will say this product is good to use. So I mean, I definitely recommend it so far. The finish is super smooth. It is one thing that I did realize is you do have to make sure it stays mixed up really well, because the little powder pieces can create bumps and just chunks and things like that. But then also, if it breaks up on your piece, you're going to get like little white streaks and everything like that. So highly recommend it. I want to try the other products too in the near future, but this one is Howard Chalk-Tique, or Chalk-Tique. Chalk-Tique is the name of it. And I put a little shimmer on it, if you can see it or not. It was a long process, so I cut it from the film and everything, but I put a brown down and then I put the shimmer down on it, and it just wasn't looking quite right, so I painted the pink over it again, shimmered it up, and then did a little bit of pink over the top of it just to give it a variation, but not too crazy again. And as I looked at it on, I'll show you, here is all my drawers without the tape on it, and they turned out amazing as well. Super soft, as chalk paint is supposed to be. And I'm looking at it and it's cool, and the old antique handles just don't look that great with it, so I have a new idea for that. I'll put the handles away and put them on something else, but I love how this turned out, and now I have an idea, and it may not be new and everything like that, but I think this is going to look really cool. And I'm going to do the same stencil that I used on the last dresser, on my husband's dresser, which you can go check out with the stars and everything. I think I'm going to do, what I plan to do is something like, it looks like the stars are kind of like falling down, so I'm going to rotate them and I'm going to go down, but I'm going to use the same stencil as one of my previous pieces. But what I'm going to do is real subtle. I'm going to do it subtle, so I'm going to take the same color. Here we go. As you can see, well, let's get around. So same stencil, the stars, they're going to be falling down the waterfall, and I'm going to mix some white chalk paint in with the color that I used on the dresser, just to make it more subtle, that it's not too crazy. And then we are going to wax it, and then we are going to wax it, and it will be finished, and put the hardware on, and I think it's going to look amazing, and it is going to be one of a kind and cool and beautiful. So let's do this thing.
So the rest of the videos kind of didn't work out too well, so I'm just shooting this one now. But so we got the stenciling done, and so if you want to see a tutorial about the stenciling, you can go to this. It'll be somewhere up here. This tutorial when I did my husband's dresser, which is the same exact stencil, and I had it just had a fun time with that. But watch that one if you want a stencil. And then afterwards, of course, it was finished, and I used this wax, top coat wax right here that I got off, again, Amazon, along with my wax brush, and it turned out super smooth. Just love it. It's all good. So and then on top of that, I actually used and actually you get 2 brushes in this one, 2 in 1, 2 brushes, big one and a little small one for all your details, which I haven't used yet. But anyways, fun stuff. But yeah, so it was kind of weird. I bought a little handle that I thought would look really cute on it. I put them on and it didn't look as cute as I wanted to, which you can see right here. It looked okay, but it just didn't seem quite right. So I found these other handles that are star shaped like this, because it's super cute, and then but the color wasn't quite right, so I actually went and painted them this really pretty satin pewter color, and just love it with the pattern that I have right here. So anyways, now I'll do the big reveal so you can see it all, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and just let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you subscribe to see more paintings of flipping furnitures and painting techniques and all my other paintings on canvases and things like that. But thanks for joining me again, and hope you like the finished product. Catch you next time. Be inspired and enjoy creative life. Bye.